because I have proved to everybody in the world that I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary. Nobody can touch me.
Hey there, wrestling fans, it is I, CM Jew, here with your G1 update for the 28th G1 Climax of New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is, of course, the update for Night 4. And, whew, yeah, we got some doozies, so let's get right into it. Starting off, of course, with A Block, the first match of the night being probably the best match of the night. Yoshi-Hashi versus Michael Elgin. I love this match, the back and forth, the constant story and the struggle of Yoshi-Hashi to get a win and finally getting that win over Michael Elgin. Even when Michael Elgin hit him, slammed him into the mat so hard that like a board broke even in the ring. So just a great match all around. There was a really big botch on the sort of a missed Rey Mysterio size splash mountain spot. If you've seen Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero or him versus, I believe it was Psychosis, and like one of his debuts, you know the spot I'm talking about, basically, where somebody asks for like a top rope splash mountain, and then he counters it into a Hurricane Rana, and several other wrestlers have done this spot, including Bailey. Yoshi-Hashi was doing this spot in this match, and he missed, didn't hit the Hurricane Rana, he like hit Elgin's shoulder and rolled over, but Elgin did it anyway, saying like the momentum carried over. It was bad, but that botch aside, it was still a really good match and really great storytelling. The next match of the night being Evil versus Bad Luck Fale. This was pretty much a slugfest with a lot of battling happening on the outside, including interference from members of the Firing Squad and Los Ingobernables de Japón. Of course, that setting up the next night, or the couple nights later match in B Block for Night 4 between Naito and Tama Tonga, which we'll get to. So, not a lot of really good wrestling, just a lot of brawling, in that sort of storytelling of setting up that match. Of course, Evil ultimately getting the win with Bad Luck Fale disqualified again. Possibly setting a record for most disqualifications in a G1 Climax. But still a serviceable match. Then we have Jay White versus Minoru Suzuki. Really good match. Jay White really going up against a buzzsaw here, trying to use his tricks, but them not working on the king, Minoru Suzuki, who ultimately gets a win with a Gotch pile driver. Really, really good match. Not as long as maybe I would have liked to see it, but still a really, really good match. Then we have Kazuchika Okada versus Togi Makabe. Really good match, but never really clicks for me. Everything's there, but it doesn't really click for me. Though I do love the storytelling of sort of Kazuchika Okada waking up and sort of getting back into his groove after being like in La La Land. Though I am never going to get over him saying Scooby-Dooby-Doo when he does that flying across the body block. And he does say it, and it's freaky. It really is. Stop it, Okada. Stop it. Of course, the final match of the night, probably being the second best match of the night as well, in my mind, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hangman Page. Once again, Tanahashi can't have a bad match like Naito. A really good match, great back and forth. The Grizzly veteran versus the up-and-comer Lion, and just a great battle between Page and Tanahashi. And really, I see this even more than his match with Okada as Page's coming out match, like really proving he belongs. So, Tanahashi, of course, winning with High Fly Flow. That was A Block. Your standings for A Block as they stand being Yoshi-Hashi, Bad Luck Fale, and Hangman Page at 3 points. Minoru Suzuki, Kazuchika Okada, was it Evil? I'm blanking. That's right. Michael Elgin and Togi Makabe. I wanted to say Evil for some reason. That's coming up. But them at 4 points. And then Evil, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Jay White stand at 6 points. So, moving on to B Block for their night 4, we start with Toru Yano versus Hiroko Goto. Really good match, really good sub 5-minute match, telling a great story of Toru Yano knowing that he has to try to end it quick with roll-ups, trying to use his amateur wrestling skill, but overall Goto overpowering him and hitting him with the Goto Revolution to get the win. Really good, short match. Then we had an absolutely fantastic match. I was about to say maybe my favorite match of the night, but that may be some Los Ingobernables de Japón bias on my part, because Los Ingobernables de Japón for life. But yeah, a really good match. Sort of Tama Tonga having the strategy of cheating with Loa, Ultimate Bad Luck Fale getting involved. They had a good wrestling match in between that, but also sort of the sneaky stuff, as Rocky Romero would put it. Ultimately, Bushi and Evil would even the odds. And I love the finish to where Tonga hits a nut shot on Naito, and he goes for the Gunsun, but Naito blocks it, hits a nut shot of his own, and that sets up for Destino. And now your winner being Tetsuya Naito. Then the third match of the evening being another absolutely fantastic match between Zack Sabre Jr. and Tomohiro Ishii. I love the contrast here of the great technical submission wrestler versus the just pure power guy. And the story they told there, I loved watching Zack Sabre Jr. work on the arm and telling that story throughout the match. And of course that leading to the finish, to where, I believe it was where Tomohiro Ishii kicks out of a pinning predicament, and that just flows right into allowing Zack Sabre Jr. to put a wicked sort of Becky Lynch disarmor style armbar, and forcing Ishii to tap, who, again, I don't think has really ever tapped out. But that's how much damage was put on the arm, and just the ability of Zack Sabre Jr. to make somebody like Ishii tap. So I love the storytelling all around. Absolutely fantastic match. Probably the best. It'd be my best match of the night, but really close with the other match of the night, which later, with Naito and Tonga probably being the third best match of the night, if I put it. Next match, Kenny Omega versus Juice Robinson. I love the story they tell here. Of course, Juice Robinson, he's injured. He's had such a disadvantage through this entire tournament. But really trying to get points and get something and put it out. An absolutely fantastic try against Kenny Omega, but ultimately Kenny Omega wins. The setup being V-trigger to the back of the head that Kenny Omega, that Juice Robinson didn't see coming, and that leading to Winged Angel. Our final match tonight being the second best match of the night as well, in my mind. Kota Ibushi versus Sonata. These two tore the house down. Just went back and forth with momentum, showing off both their individual styles. Sort of Sonata's very quick and agile style, and of course a lot of moonsaults, a lot of use of the stone, the cold skull submission finisher. And then, of course, that ultimately at the end where he locks it in for a long time on Ibushi and then lets it go, and while he's out, he hits the moonsault for the win. But at the same time, Kota Ibushi, he's just absolutely fantastic flying around, high-flying style. But just a fantastic match, and really a surprise, probably the biggest surprise for me of the tournament, outside of Yano beating Ibushi. But Sonata beating Ibushi, I didn't expect. But a really great surprise. So, your standings for B Block after night 4. Juice Robinson at 0 points. Toru Yano and Tama Tonga stand at 2 points. Hiroko Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, Zack Sabre Jr., and Kota Ibushi stand at 4 points. Tetsuya Naito and Sonata stand at 6 points, and at the top of B Block, and really with the most points in all of the tournament right now, is Kenny Omega with 8 points. So, that is it for this G1 update. And until tomorrow night, where we'll have the next update, just remember, I am the most glorious Jew.